So to make this, it's super easy. All you need is whole milk. Make sure it's a vitamin D whole milk. And I have 8 cups here, and of course you can double this recipe, but I'm gonna just do 8 cups. And then a 1/3 cup of white vinegar, a wooden spoon, a saucepan, and strainer and cheesecloth. Now you wanna have your cheesecloth probably wider than mine. This is all I had, so that's why I have that. But just line your strainer with a cheesecloth. Of course, this goes in the sink then when I'm ready for that part. And now I'm just going to pour the milk into my saucepan under a low to medium heat, a little bit more than low, towards medium more. But you want to do this slow and steady because that will help the curdling, or however you say that. The culture, that's what it's called. Couldn't think of the right word. So I'm just going to pour that in there, and then I'm just going to patiently stand here and stir it occasionally until it is 185 to 190 degrees. And I have my trusty thermometer here. These are very cheap on Amazon if you don't have one. And I am going to just stand here. It probably takes about 10 minutes. And I don't have to stir it the whole time, but I'm not going to have you watch, of course, the whole 10 minutes. So when it is where it's supposed to be at 190 degrees, I will show you, which is right now. And I'm going to take it off the burner, shut the burner off, and then I'm going to take it off onto the cool burner. And now it's off the burner, and I'm going to mix in the vinegar. I'm just going to pour it in slowly. And then I'm just going to mix it once, like this, gently. And then everything's going to start falling apart, which is good, separating I should say. I don't want to over mix it, so I'm just going to leave it like that. Do not mix it more than that. And I'm going to put a lid on it, and I'm going to cover it for 30 minutes. So now it's done, it's been 30 minutes, and this is what it's supposed to look like. All just curds and whey. And now I'm going to go to the sink with it. So I just drained it into the cheesecloth. And since my cheesecloth is narrow, it didn't get the sides as well. But when you get a bigger cheesecloth, that will help. And I'm just going to kind of lift the cheesecloth and just overlap it a little bit on here. So that way, when it's cooler, I can squeeze it better, because right now it's pretty warm. So I'm just going to let it sit in here for about 10 minutes. Okay, now it's not as hot, so I'm just going to fold it over a couple times like this and just squeeze it. Now I do have some that spilled out, but I'm not going to worry about that. Like I said, you're going to get a bigger cheesecloth. Just squeeze as much out as you can. And then what you want to do is put some cold water on here. Put some cold water over it. Now I don't know why you do this. It was just in one of the directions that they had online to do that, so there must be a reason. Okay, now I'm going to squeeze some more out. And then when it's done, I'm just going to put it in one of my bowls. And so I'm just going to take it out of the cheesecloth and just dump it in here. And I'm just going to break it apart a little bit with my hands. Now it's not going to look like store cheese, but it's going to be better, I think. Now I'm going to let this totally cool off, and then I'll show you the very last thing I do. Okay, now it's cooler, and see, it looks like this. And I put in about an 1/8 teaspoon of salt in. I don't like it real salty, but a little bit definitely helps. It tastes better, just a little bit. And then I put in some whipping cream. So I'm gonna put in a 1/3 cup here. And that depends on how moist you want this. I might even put a little bit more in here. And of course, you just wanna stir it in. Now once this sets in the fridge, it will kind of clump together. It's not gonna look as curdly, that's just the way it's gonna be, but doesn't mean anything's wrong with it. And it does have a little different taste than regular cottage cheese that you get at the store. But once you get used to it, I think you're gonna even think it tastes better. I actually thought it tastes better right after. So then it ends up looking like this.